Okay, I just want to show you what I've done. I actually had a water pressure regulator where that vent is now. It was a Sherflow city water inlet valve, and it leaked, and it caused a bit of damage in the caravan. So I threw the thing away, and I actually replaced it. I changed the water lines around and put it underneath the caravan. I got a brass water pressure regulator from the caravan place, and it worked fine for a while. That's not this one. The one that I had in there was similar to this, but then it kept blocking up, and then you pull it apart, you clean it out, put it back in, works fine for a while, then it blocks up. It was just a nightmare, so I threw that away as well. And what I got was a tri-set adjustable water pressure regulator from a proper plumbing supplies, Reese Plumbing I think it was. It has three settings. The lower setting, which has a yellow plastic band around it, is 350 kilopascals or 50 psi, and it's 50 psi water pressure that you need to go through your caravan so you don't burst your water lines and your fittings don't leak. Ever since I've put this water pressure regulator in, the tri-set water pressure regulator, it has worked perfect all of the time. It's been in there for years. Never ever restricted the water flow. It's worked perfect. I would strongly suggest not getting the ones from J-Car and the caravan places. They're rubbish. Go to a proper plumbing supply place and get a tri-set. I can't remember what the brand was, but a tri-set water pressure regulator. Well worth doing. Saves a lot of dramas, a lot of stuffing around. And you don't get any water leakage in your caravan when they do leak, because they do. Mine was sneaky. It only ever leaked of a night time when the water pressure built up. And then of a daytime, I couldn't find any leaks. So I just thought I'd show that. Well worth investing in. I'm not sure how much it was. I don't know, $40 or $50 or something like that. But like I said, that yellow band is the lower pressure. Then it's the white band and a blue band. I think it's 350 kPa, then 500 kPa, then 650 kPa. I think that's what it is. But the one on there now, you adjust it internally with an Allen key. Perfect. So like I said, well worth investing in. Check it out. Works great. Okay. Another thing I did. This caravan used to have a Thetford 4-burner stove and mini grill, and a large pot drawer underneath. And I wanted an oven. So I removed the pot drawer, modified the cabinet, and I found the Swift 500 series 4-burner stove, grill and oven was the same width and the same depth. And removing that pot drawer, it ended up perfect actually. Fitted in there very, very well. Obviously I got a gas fitter to actually modify the gas lines and connected it all up properly. And I had to modify the power. Did have this low voltage 12 volt power point initially in there, and I piggybacked off that into that, ran it down into the back of the stove for the igniter, the igniter switch for the gas. So that worked out really well. I was surprised that this exactly the same width and the same depth. Really, really good. And I do use it when I'm off-grid. Otherwise I use the electrical appliances. Got the Breville smart oven. Had that for years. Works great. and just a couple of hot plates. Pure and simple. Works excellent. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of modifications over the last 11 years, and just wanted to show some of them. Okay, another thing I did, I used to have a 186 litre Dometic 3-way fridge in this space now, but it was about 15 years old when it died, so I replaced it with a Vitrafugo 230 litre fridge freezer actually, so it's much bigger, but because the 3-way fridge, the back of the fridge is a monstrous cooling system, so it actually restricts the storage area inside the fridge. Taking that out and putting this in, I had to modify the cupboard. The width was about the same, but interestingly, the height was different. With the older fridge, it was actually higher, but this one was lower, so I actually had to modify this and put a bit of a framework in. And underneath, it's a 12 volt and 24 volt fridge. 12 or 24 volt runs off your batteries. What I did, I put in a Dometic AC power supply. I think it's about 300 watts. It's an AC, so you plug it into AC power. Your battery cables come up and plug into that, and then there's another out terminals there that goes to your fridge. So what happens is it runs on 24 volts, so that reduces the 240 volt down to 24 volt. But when the AC power shuts off, it reverts back to your battery bank, 12 volt. Excellent. It kicks back in within a second or so. It's been really, really good. Like I said, I only use that when I'm stopped in a caravan park or whatever. Otherwise, it runs off the battery bank. But well worth the investment, actually, for when you're stopped over in a caravan park or for long term somewhere. Just thought I'd add that in. Okay, I want to show you another modification. It used to have a fixed cafe dinette in this caravan. It had ply panels going to the back of a sort of a moulded shape backrest and whatever, but it didn't fold down to a bed, and it had a different table. It had a very thick, heavy table actually, with a fixed leg support. Wasn't practical for me, so what I did, I modified it. I put in these timber rails so that the table, when this leg collapses, will drop down into that space. Now, when I got the caravan, the bloke who owned it before made up those little containers under there to store stuff. So all I do is slide them out, put them on the floor. So I'll actually show you how that goes actually. Just bear with me for a minute. Okay, so they slide out, drop down to the floor. This leg actually disconnects, so just bear with me. Okay, leg disconnected. Now this table here has a little lever. So when you push that lever, this table will lift up. Again, bear with me. Okay, table lifts out, fits down onto those bits of timber. Very difficult. Okay, difficult trying to work with one hand, so sorry about that. But that table fits down onto those timbers, both sides, just locks into place. Now when I got this new upholstery made, I got these smaller panels underneath made. They're only 2-inch thickness. They actually slide into there. This other one out of the way, so that one can slide in. Okay, sorry about the stuffing around. So that then makes either a bed or a larger lounge. Put a couple of pillows in there. I did have 4 pillows, but one of them's stuffed now. 2 of them are stuffed. Okay, so it's not difficult to do, it's just trying to do it with one hand and hold the camera was a bit ordinary. And I got these Velcro straps that fit in there to hold those in. You can remove these back panels to make that a larger area if need be. So I just thought I'd show that. It's handy if you want a big couch area just to lounge around, you know, watch the movies during the day or whatever, or you've got a visitor that comes and wants to stay overnight, just chuck them on there. You know, it's not a bad space. It's 4 inches thick foam, so it's reasonably comfortable, and the 2-inch thicknesses of foam there makes again the 4-inch. So it's a usable space. Just another mod that I thought I'd occupy myself with. There's so many things you can do to your caravan, you know, if you've got the time and the motivation. So I did have 4 pillows along the back there. 2 of them all faded because of the sun, so I've only got the 2 there now. But with 4 pillows along that back there, it makes it quite comfortable. Okay, like I said, just thought I'd add that one.